I am 91 years old today. The peace I finally have didn't come from being kind. It came from being brutally, deliberately unkind. Let me tell you what happened. It started after my husband Robert died. Everyone called me strong at the funeral. Inside, I felt nothing, just quiet. I was alone in our house, and I realized I had no idea who I was supposed to be anymore. I'd been his wife, the children's mother. Now I was just a woman waiting for the phone to ring. The phone did ring. My son David called every Sunday. He talked about his life for 20 minutes, then said he had to go. Never asked about mine. For years I just said, "That's nice, dear." One Sunday when he said, "Gotta run," I said, "No." He was quiet. I said, "You haven't asked about my life in years. If this is a duty call, don't make it." My heart was pounding. He sputtered, shocked. It felt cruel. But after I hung up, I felt lighter. The sky didn't fall. Then there was my friend Margaret. She talked at me for 40 years. She called to tell me about a cruise. I listened. Then I said, "Margaret, I'm not interested. And I'm tired of you never asking about me. Goodbye." I hung up. My hand shook, but my mind was calm. I was not her dumping ground anymore. The hardest talk was with my granddaughter, Chloe. She's the one who started it all. She told me I always made excuses for people who stepped on me. That word, always, stuck in my head. I asked her over. I thanked her. I cried. I said, "Don't be like me. Don't confuse kindness with compliance. Real kindness can say no." We cried together. For the first time, we talked as two women, not just family. My world got smaller after that. Fewer calls, fewer visits. I thought the loneliness would kill me, but it didn't. I started reading books Robert would have hated. I eat dessert first if I want to. The silence isn't empty now. It's full of my own thoughts. I finally like my own company. Here's the brutal truth. Peace isn't about everyone liking you. It's about you not betraying yourself anymore. My peace is cold and clear, not warm. I am not a nice woman. I am a true one. And at 91, that's all that matters. So here's my wish for you. Don't wait. Be a little unkind. It might just save your life. So here's my wish for you. Don't wait. Be a little unkind. It might just save your life. You see, after I talked to Chloe, I had to look at the rest of it. I had to look at my daughter, Susan. She's a good person, but busy. She'd visit and immediately start fixing things, rearranging my kitchen, telling me what to eat. I never said a word. I just let her. One day, she was moving my favorite chair to get more light. "It's better here, Mom," she said. I looked at her. I said, "No, it's not. It's my chair. I like it where it was. Please put it back." She froze. She was so hurt. She said, "I'm just trying to help." I said, "I know, but I didn't ask for help." That was the first time I ever said that to my own child. It hurt us both. But she put the chair back. And the next time she visited, she asked, "Is it okay if I put the groceries away?" She asked. That small word changed everything. That small word changed everything. But not all of it was good. You see, after Susan, I had to face the biggest one, my other son, Michael. We hadn't spoken in 3 years. Not since I told him I wouldn't loan him more money. He said terrible things, called me a selfish old woman. I was so hurt, I just went quiet. That was my old way. But with my new way, I couldn't leave it. I called him. He answered, sounding surprised. I said, "We need to talk about what happened." He got defensive immediately. "You chose money over family, Mom." I took a breath. I said, "No, I chose not to be your bank anymore. I love you, but I won't pay for your mistakes." He was silent. Then he said the words that broke me. "You know, Dad would have given it to me." He hung up. I sat there with the dead phone in my hand. I cried. I cried for hours because he was right. Robert would have. Robert always smoothed things over with money, and I had always let him. I realized I wasn't just losing my son now. I was losing the version of me he wanted. The nice, compliant mother who fixed everything. That version was gone. And its death hurt more than I ever imagined. That taught me the hardest lesson of all, that sometimes the price of your peace is a relationship. I sat with that pain for weeks. I didn't call him back. I didn't apologize. I just let the ache be there, a raw, honest thing. And a strange thing happened. The pain didn't kill me. It just was. And in being with it, I realized I had spent a lifetime running from exactly this feeling, the feeling of someone being upset with me. I had traded my opinions, my time, my very self, just to avoid this specific ache. And looking at it now, sitting with it in my quiet living room, I asked myself, was it worth it? All those years of being nice to avoid this? The answer was a thunderous no. That ache with Michael was clean. It was the grief of a truth, not the festering sickness of a lie. The old hurt, the hurt of swallowing my words, that was the poison. Here's what I learned, sitting in the wreckage of some relationships and the surprising strength of others. I was wrong about what love required. I thought love meant never causing a ripple. I thought it meant making myself small so others could feel big. I was wrong. Real love, I see now, requires a floor to stand on. You cannot truly love anyone from a position of constant apology. You can only perform, and performance is exhausting. What I should have done decades ago was build that floor board by board with small, honest no's and quiet I prefers. It wouldn't have saved every relationship. Some, like maybe with Michael, were built on the shaky ground of my compliance, but it would have saved me. And in saving myself, I would have had something real to offer the people who truly wanted me, and not just my usefulness. So my advice, especially to those of you watching who are my age or getting there, is this: stop performing. Your performance is over. The audience is either gone or they never really saw you anyway. Just be there, in the room, in your life. Start with your body. What chair do you want to sit in? Sit in it. What food brings you joy? Eat it. Then move to your voice. What opinion have you buried? Dig it up, even if your voice shakes. Say it to the mirror first. Then, when you're ready, say it to someone safe, someone like a Chloe. Don't make my mistake of believing that your value is in your pleasantness. Your value is in your existence. Full stop. You don't have to earn your place at your own table. You still have time. Maybe not decades, maybe not even years, but you have now. And now is enough to stop one pretense, to drop one act. It is enough to say, no thank you, or I disagree, or that hurt me. This isn't about starting fights. It's about ending the long, silent war you've been waging against yourself. The hope isn't that everyone will understand. The hope is that you will meet yourself, perhaps for the first time, and find that you are interesting company, that your own thoughts, once you stop shouting them down, are worth listening to. That is the realistic hope. It's not a promise of happiness, but of integrity. And integrity, I have found, is a quiet, durable kind of joy. If this old woman's confession has meant anything to you, if it's made you think of your own ledger, your own unlived life, then do something with that feeling. Don't let it fade with the screen. Subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notifications. I'm told they do that here. It means the next time someone shares a hard-earned truth like this, you won't miss it. We need to hear each other's stories, especially the unnice ones. Give this a like if it resonated, not for me, but so the algorithm shows it to another person who might need to hear it tonight. And in the comments, I'd like you to tell me one small true thing. It can be as simple as, I hate bridge club, or I've always wanted to paint. Just one sentence that is yours. Let's see our collective truth. Share this with a friend you think is tired of being nice. Be the Chloe for someone. And if you have a story of your own unraveling and rebuilding, the producers tell me there's a story submission form linked below. I'd like to read them, truly. They recommended a book at the end of these things, so I'll say this. The only book I recommend is The Blank Notebook. Start your own ledger. Be the author of your next chapter. It's the only one you're guaranteed. Now my cake is truly waiting. The frosting will be stiff by now, but I don't mind. It's my cake, in my silence, and I will eat it exactly how I please. That, it turns out, is the whole point.